Well, it goes back to the early 1960s. A company called Fairlanes, which was a US company, United States company, came to Wakefield, and in agreement with Wakefield Council, they acquired some land on Market Street to build their bowling alley, which was called Fairlanes when it opened in 1963. That was the first time that I'm aware of there being any purpose-built bowling alley in Wakefield. But the company was a very well-established company. It had over 40 years' experience of bowling alleys within the United States, and this was the first time they dealt with a local authority in the UK when they came to Wakefield. It was the film star Douglas Fairbanks Jr. He was the chair of the company, and he came over to the UK, and I have a photograph of him signing the visitor book at the town hall in the Mayor's Parlour. I mean, I picked this up at a second-hand shop some years ago, and it's a special supplement produced by Wakefield Corporation, not the council today, the City of Wakefield Corporation. And it's dated December 1963, and it's talking about the redevelopment of Wakefield. And one of the projects, bearing in mind that Fairlanes was developed in consultation with the council, is the Fairlanes bowling alley. So there's a large full-page advert here talking about this being the very first bowling alley that Fairlanes had developed in association with the municipality, as they call it, and how successful it had been as a partnership. And further on in the supplement, there is a photograph of Douglas Fairbanks Jr. signing the visitors book at the town hall in 1963. Well, of course, it's fascinating looking back at the archives at any time, especially when it's within living memory. You know, my memories of this period are still quite fresh. So it really is interesting to look at these old advertisements, but it's a snapshot of local social history when bowling was very much on the rise as a hobby and a pastime in the UK. It had been very popular in America, but now it was coming to the UK, and there's a lot of demand for this sort of leisure facilities. And for a while it waxed and was very, very popular, but then of course it dwindled, and eventually this bowling alley became a bingo hall. The city never really had a department store, and not just us, but I think everybody was hoping that we would get a department store. And of course, the moment we get one, then there's an economic recession. And unfortunately, we got Debenhams for a few years, and then the company collapsed into administration. What do you do with a large store like that, a large floor space over two levels, at a time when retail is shrinking? It's not gone, but it's shrinking. And finding a new purpose for that building was incredibly important because it was an anchor site within the Trinity Walk development. So leisure is a really good use of that site, because leisure will bring people in to use the facilities, hopefully, and of course those people coming in will then want to use the other services, so shops, restaurants, bars, because it's so convenient right within the city centre. The Fairlanes one on Market Street was just a little bit outside the city centre, so people would come in to go bowling perhaps and not do anything else, but given that this one is in Trinity Walk, it should benefit the local shops and local retail economy as well.
We're Wakefield, and we're proud to be Wakefield, and we want to be in Wakefield for a very, very long time. As long as the people of Wakefield come and use us, we'll deliver every promise that we've ever made along the way. Incredible. I mean, look around. Lanes are full, 24 lanes have been going since 10 o'clock this morning. It's perfect. We have a heat wave outside, and it's not putting off the people of Wakefield coming in. They've waited for this, we've waited for this. As you say, it's been hard graft, it's been a slog, especially the last 6 to 8 weeks. But the doors are open, the lights are on, the taps are flowing, the lanes are rolling. We're here and we're ready. He was a much better looking man, that's all I can say. But it's different times, isn't it? The bowling, it probably looks very different now to what it was, but it's still a full circle moment for Wakefield. As you say, it's been since the 60s, it's been non-existent in the town, and they've been crying out for it. And you know what? I think we're going to beat their records, and we're going to give something extra to what Fairlanes did, and we're going to get Wakefield rejuvenated along with everything else that's happening in the city centre.
It's absolutely brilliant. The atmosphere here today is fantastic. This is great for Trinity Walk, great for Wakefield and the district. It's just fantastic to see it up and running and people playing on the lanes, going in the laser quest, using the karaoke rooms and all of the other entertainment that it has to offer. It's absolutely superb. It'll only be the third time I've played in my life. I'm prepared to give it a go.